What's going on, everybody? This is John Jake Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Memphis Dynasty here on NCAA 12, one of the underrated NCAA games that we have. And we have a game that was supposed to be the Justin Brown revenge game. However, we had that storyline taken away from us because he is hurt for the season. Still an important matchup here in the Big East. This is a very big game for us. We're both 2-1 in conference play, and whoever wins this game is going to get a little bit closer to winning that Big East championship. Now, we are going to be the underdog here as we're a C overall squad, and on paper, USF is a little bit better. They're a B- overall team. Not to mention Kirk Hearnstreak doesn't believe in us like he used to. He's going to be rocking with them. So we're going to come out here trying to prove some people wrong, and hopefully we can get back out on this winning track, because losing 2 games in a row, I'll tell you what, certainly does not feel good. And I'm hoping that we can get back on track here. So that being said, before we jump into the game action, let's go ahead and see how things are progressing over on the recruiting front. So with that, there is still a couple of 4 stars. We have actually done a pretty good job getting some higher end talent this season, as we already have 2 4-star guys at the moment, but we can still bring in a couple of more. One of them is soft towards Memphis right now, Lester Burns. He's the number 21 running back. He's from Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and is also visiting this week. Hopefully, if we put up a good enough performance, he ends up signing on that dotted line. Also coming into town is Marcus Montgomery, another 4-star running back from Cincinnati, Kentucky. And we also bring in a couple of guys, including 3-star Richard Thomas, who's a 3-star from Alabama. And we're also bringing in Lorenzo Golden for a visit. We're getting on him a little bit late, but hopefully we can get back into the thick of things with a good visit here today. But with that being said, guys, let's not waste any more time. I'll see you guys on the football field, and let's see if we have what it takes to finally break our losing streak. Let's get it, boys. Alright, boys, so UCF did defer to the second half, so we'll go ahead and get the offensive gaming going here, as Tufington's going to take the opening carry and actually does pick up a good chunk of yards there, able to pick up that first down with relative ease. And I think running the football is going to be the key in this one, considering, we got the snow falling on the ground right now. So we'll see if we can do just that. 3rd and 15. See if we can gotta pass the football here. And that's why could have had an open receiver there, but just a little bit of miscommunication there, going to force what was a promising start for us. Had to punt the football away, but defense is playing pretty well right now. We do force a 3 and out to begin this game. As we throw it to the right-hand side, Chris Washington is going to make a nice play on that football. And now we got a 1st and 10 to work with, as Bell will drop back the pass. Going to try to throw it over to the right-hand side, but it's going to end up being incomplete. So now that makes it 2nd and 10 coming up, as Bell is going to line up under center. As we'll go ahead and run the football with Tufington. Able to get it out. Get away from one more defender. And Tufington is going to find his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And Memphis will go ahead and give themselves a 7-0 lead to work through right now. So that was for Justin Brown, who, this was supposed to be that Justin Brown revenge game, by the way, but unfortunately that didn't happen because Justin Brown did get hurt before this game, so won't be seeing him, and I hate that for him because he didn't, he was shortchanged at Southern Florida. He really was. That's why he transferred over to our program eventually. So I'm really trying to get revenge for this kid, but USF, they are trying to make that hard, obviously. Keith Clark going to get a big run up the left-hand side, nearly getting to midfield, actually. But they'll throw here on 1st and 10. I have no idea who that ball was supposed to go to. Not sure if they were trying to set up the wide receiver screen, but really felt like Fuller could have had an interception if he was actually just paying attention. Instead, it's going to be a 3rd and short now, after Josh Meadows has to go make that tackle. However, we did hurt one of their wide receivers, so I guess there's that. And now it's 3rd and 2. going to be a run up the gut. Do they pick up the first down? It's going to be close, but Matt Scales cannot finish the play. The true freshman showing that he is, well, just a true freshman, right? He'll get better as his college career goes on, but, definitely a raw player. But we got some guys that are certainly feisty. Not the most talented defense, but you can't tell me that at times they don't play better than that 67 overall that they're listed as a unit. But USF, they're trying to drive downfield, and they're looking at a 3rd and short right now. Do they try to run the football yet again? They do. Trying to run it up the gut, but we swallow him in the backfield. And USF, they are actually going to risk it for the biscuit. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 2. They're going to try to pass for it here. Quarterback's going to try to run for it, and Keith Clark is going to pick up the first down and a whole lot more. The Southern Florida football team in the red zone right now. They're looking to get their first points of the game here at this moment. We'll see if we can hold them down to just a field goal, as we got him to a 3rd and 7, as Clark is going to drop back, looks to the left-hand side. It's caught, but he had a foot out of bounds when he made the reception, and he never picked it up either. So that's going to make this a short field goal attempt for the Southern Florida Bulls, and that kick is going to be up, and it will be good as well. So the field goal kick is good. That makes it 7-3 your score. But let's see if our offense can get some more points on the board themselves. We had a nice run from Tufington on the last drive. We're going to try to set him up yet again. It looks like we might have a good halfback screen going. Nearly picking up the first down there too. So a well-executed halfback screen there, as that will make it 2nd and 2 now. As Bell drops back the pass, looks back over to the right-hand side, and Steve Bell just straight up drops the pass. He was looking upfield to see what kind of moves he can make, but completely forgot about actually trying to secure the football. So that will make this 3rd and short instead, where we'll hand the ball off to Chris Washington, who's able to get to the outside and get to about the 40-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. So that keeps the drive alive for your Memphis Tigers, as we'll go with a read option. Now, at least that's what we were thinking at first, but then didn't really like the look I was given, so changed it up to a pass instead. And it was a great call that we did that, because Steve Bell, he was wide butt naked open. Probably would have had more yards if he was a little bit more athletic than Tom Brady in his 40s, but still got that first down anyways, and it keeps the drive moving. Nice check by Riley Bell there, as we hand it off to Jamarcus Mitchell, who cuts it back inside on the jet sweep. And yet again, another first down that, well, we haven't had the quote-unquote explosive play on this drive. We have been steadily moving the ball downfield and really demoralizing that Southern Florida defense. But we're going to get a taste of our own medicine there as we try to run the read option. Did not work out at all. We lose 5 yards, actually. And it's now 2nd and 15. But we'll quickly pick up that first down, though, because Willie Duckett will actually go ahead and make the reception for us. That is a first down for your Memphis Tigers. Is now 2nd and 10 coming up. Couple plays later, Bell trying to look over to Willie Duckett, and actually does make the catch. That was a little bit spicy there, considering that coverage was actually pretty darn tight there. So 3rd and short inside the 10-yard line. Probably going to go for it if we don't convert. Thankfully, not only will we convert the first down, but we will also get another touchdown up on the scoreboard, as the Memphis Tigers will extend their lead before the end of the first quarter. We got an 11-point lead here after 1 quarter of action. We're looking pretty darn good right now. Hoping we can keep that up, as USF will decide to try to run the football here, and they will pick up a gain of 5 by Pierre. And we'll see if they go back to Pierre as Adams gets moved to motion. No, it's a pass play here, though, as we're looking around, getting out to the left-hand side, and it's caught. And it's going to be Nugent down the sideline trying to chase him down, but it will be A.J. Kaysen that will be actually making the play. So USF trying to put together a drive of their own, as we could have had that interception if we broke with A.J. Kaysen a little bit sooner, but a little bit of a user error right there. Baiting didn't completely work, but at least we got to get completion. As now, 3rd and 11, looking to the left-hand side. They're going to break a tackle here. This could be a first down, and they give it to him. That is a combined tackle for Seth Randolph as well as Chase Gentry. Neither of them could stop him from fighting for that first down marker. He really wanted it, and this tailback, USF, they got some talent in that running back room. They really do. That's why Justin Brown, part of the reason that he came to us, because he wanted to get playing time sooner. And, he's certainly getting that here. He's certainly making that happen. But this quarterback can make some things happen too. Breaks a couple of tackles there as well before innocently sliding to the ground. So a long drive here for USF 2 as they'll try to go over the middle of the field. Somehow getting that pass completed. I thought Josh Meadows was at least going to deflect that ball away, but we can't have nice things apparently, as we'll have a red zone opportunity for the Southern Florida Bulls again. As now, 1st and 10, looking to the left-hand side, trying to find a receiver in the back of the end zone, but, we did a really good job covering there. That's going to force a throwaway. As now, a couple plays later, we got a 3rd and long with 6 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Dropping back, looking around, Pitts fires towards the middle of the end zone, but it's going to be thrown behind his intended target. And once again, USF, they will have to trot out their field goal unit, and that field goal will indeed be good. So that still does make it a 1-possession game as of right now, but a 13 plays in a 76-yard drive, that just leads to one field goal. That's all that it leads to. But our offense is feeling pretty good right now, already getting a couple of touchdowns so far, so see if we can keep that energy going as Willie Duckett will make the catch in the middle of the field. That was a nice job there by Riley Bell as well to create a little bit of time for himself. As now looking at 1st and 10, and Ali Atkinson checks in at the running back position. He's going to try to throw to Atkinson. It's tipped, but Atkinson makes the catch, and now he's a dynamite when he has the ball in the hands, and you can see why. Ali Atkinson finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And when Ali Atkinson gets the ball, watch out, because I'll tell you what, that kid is absolutely electric, and we certainly witnessed that there. 21-6 lead, but this lead could possibly get a little bit bigger because the ball's on the ground. Chase Gentry, the true freshman, gets his hands on the ball, baby. Let's go, man. That's what I'm talking about. Both sides of the ball making some plays for us. However, we did end up going 3 and out after we forced said fumble. So we did get the field goal attempt because we were already in field goal range, but kind of feels like we left a little bit something on the table. But still got a 24-6 lead. I'm still feeling really good. Just got to continue to play great defense on the other side. Although the Bulls want to change that trend, they got to pick up this long 3rd down conversion. 3rd and 11 coming up. Not going to be easy. We're going to go into our dime defense, and they try to go with the halfback draw, but how about our defensive linemen really stepping up, making some great plays there, keeping them at the line of scrimmage too. But we're going to be backed up in our own territory, though, inside the 5-yard line, and after that deflected pass away, things could get slightly dicier. As we have 1:28 left to play here in this first half. Could go possibly cover 3 here, so maybe the middle of the field's going to be open. Sure enough, it is, so we'll get to Jamarcus Mitchell there for the first down. And now I really want to try to explore if we can go forward and try to pick up some points here before the end of the half. We still got a lot to go, but maybe we can make something happen here possibly. As we go to the right-hand side, Jamarcus Mitchell does go out of bounds, so we don't have to use any of our timeouts. We still have a couple of timeouts left to work with. 2nd and 3 coming up as Bell is going to look over to the left-hand side. This is going to be a nice pass to Chris Washington, now at the 25-yard line. That is a way to flip that field position. And we still got those 2 timeouts too. Certainly those could come in handy if we wanted to run some time off the clock. because I feel pretty confident in our offense today. They've been playing extremely well so far. As we'll dump it off to Tuvington, who will pick up the first down. We'll be bringing him down inside the 10-yard line. So now we can relax a little bit. First and goal. Don't have to go no huddle anymore. Want to find the end zone instead, and certainly we do just that. Touchdown, Tigers, as we do find Louis Duckett in the end zone, making it 31-6. That's going to be your score, man. Let's go, baby. And now USF desperately trying to keep up with 40 seconds left to play in this first half of action, and we almost get yet another interception there, right through the hands of Dan Daniel, unfortunately. So now 34 seconds left, and they're going to try to run the football. Thought they were doing this as a tactic to possibly just take it into the halftime locker room after that near turnover, but after picking up that first down, they changed their minds yet again, trying to score before the end of this drive. So we'll see if our defense can finish strong. They've already put together a pretty impressive first half, and we're going to be honest with you, they've been playing extremely well. It's now 2nd and 10, looking over to the right-hand side. I don't think, okay, they're calling that an incompletion. Now it's 3rd and 10. We'll see if we can finish this drive and therefore the first half strong, as there's probably maybe 4 plays left here in this first half. Pitts will drop back to pass for one of them. Looks over to the right-hand side. That's nearly intercepted yet again. And sure enough, finishing off a dominant first half performance for your Memphis Tigers. We're going to go into halftime with a very convincing lead. We're going to be up 31-6. However, I don't think we get the ball to start the second half. And speaking of that second half of action, we now will see the USF offense for the first time here in the second half. And they're starting off in their own territory, but they are going to score big to start the second half. As Eddie Davis, he was going for the football, but he didn't have any backup help, so it was very risky going for that. Unfortunately, that risk is not going to pan out for us. So right off the get-go, we do give up a long touchdown, which I really don't like seeing. I really don't. That was a tough pill to swallow there, but we also go 3 and out. So depending on how this particular drive goes, things could get really interesting, to say the least. It could be a massive USF comeback in the making if we are not careful. So make sure we stymie that momentum. Want to get him off the field here for this 3rd and long, as we'll see Pitts drop back to pass here. Looking around, he's going to go ahead. He's going to take off. Pitts is going to slide down at about the 45-yard line. USF, they are on the move. 1st and 10, looking over to the right-hand side. Wants the deep ball, but it's well covered. Although our DB could have made a better play on that ball. Just hit him right in the head. But, hey, you know, you got the incompletion. So, I mean, I can't really complain all that much. But USF is in Memphis territory, though. Now, I imagine if they don't get this first down, they could go for it here in basically what's no man's land, as Pitts will try to scramble, but Taylor brings him down for a gain of 4 yards. And sure enough, those suspicions that I had, they were certainly right, as they're actually going to go for it here. 4th and 1, they're going to try to go for it, but we stuff them in the backfield. Our defense, they are going to be able to rally up. And now we'll go back into the 4th quarter of action here. End up doing a bunch of 3 and outs after that for the rest of the quarter. Although we did manage to sneak in a special teams touchdown. So that was really cool to see. So 4th quarter of action right here. USF down very significantly. Down by 25 points, matter of fact. And USF didn't really do this over the course of the game. But you can see the desperation in their eyes right now. Trying to go for it here. 4 verts till it hurts. They tried to attack us with, but we had it covered extremely well. Almost got a turnover. We were very close to getting a turnover there. Didn't happen that way. So now it's 2nd and 17 coming up. Looking over to the left-hand side. Trying to throw it quickly in the seam, but a little bit off target there. And now it's 3rd and 17. And we'll see if our defensive line can bring some pain. No, they actually do a halfback draw instead, but Chase Gentry will be bringing him down for just a 4-yard gain. And now our offense will be coming back out onto the field. Going to be interesting to see how long the starters remain on the field. Already up by 25, but I do want to make sure that we're performing at a high level. We got some big games coming up, which I'll talk about towards the end of this episode, but I want to make sure that we're sharp, for those critical games in our conference. A lot of conference implications, we'll just put it that way, but Tufington's going to get a good run there, gets it to about the 40-yard line there, as that will be another first down for the Memphis Tigers, as now Bell's going to drop back, throws over the middle, finds Tufington yet again, puts a little bit of touch on that football, and I think that's why we're starting to get a little bit better grasp of the NCAA 12 passing. You can't bullet everything like you can whenever you're playing NCAA 14, for example, or some of you call it college football revamp nowadays. So something to think about there if you do end up grabbing NCAA 12. Generally having a fun time with this game, right? But Chris Washington, he's going to get it on the jet sweep, and he will manage to they actually don't give him the first down. That's a little crazy, but it is what it is. So we'll end up making it 2nd and inches instead. We'll see if we can pick up this first down here, but might be a little bit more interesting now that it's a 3rd and inches. We'll see what play call our offensive coordinator ends up rolling with, and it looks like we're going to go with the stick and Hodge. Usually opens things up with Tufington, but we go to the right hand side instead. We had Chris Washington open, just couldn't get enough air under that football. If there was a little bit more air, I really do think that would be a touchdown pass, and we would be simming to the end of the game, and seeing what the backups did, in their little bit of playing time, because it might be a little scummy to put them in the last few minutes of a game, but I really want to make sure that this dub is secured. I've seen some crazy comebacks happen, as the Falcons fans, how they feel about 28-3, right? Like they're still a little bit scarred from that particular experience. I mean, that's a painful experience to have to overcome, man. Like, couldn't be my favorite team, but it is what it is, though. We are looking at a 2nd and 5, though, as Pitts will drop back the pass. We read the screen so well, dude. That was such a great read by Sean Taylor. That is a senior who's played a lot of college football, by the way, able to make a play on that ball because of that. And now it's 3rd and 5, trying to get them off the field as Pitts going to scramble. Pitts will actually pick up the first down, and we will slide down right in front of Mike Nugent, who will be technically credited with the tackle there, but still less than 6 minutes left to play. So USF, they go right into their no huddle offense yet again, and definitely feeling that desperation, trying to get anything going on offense, because other than one really lucky play, they really haven't been able to sustain really much of anything today. It's been a struggle for USF, and obviously we certainly love to see other teams' offenses struggle, right? So now we're looking at a 3rd and 10 coming up, as Pitts is going to be in the shotgun formation. It's a halfback draw there, and Coleman's going to drag him down. Running back is highly upset, thought he's going to be a face mask, and could argue that maybe there was a face mask there, but might be a little bit of a hometown call there, seeing as they did not get that penalty. So offense comes back out onto the field, and surprisingly our backups do come in. I did not see Rowley Bell get hurt. Looks like a lot of the other backups are in the game. I.T. Thomas, Jody Gentry here as well, Bryden, Mitchell, like those kinds of guys. So I guess coordinators wanted to see the backups come in a little earlier. So we're here for it. We'll see what kind of drive are they capable of executing. And so far, so good for Joseph Thompson. I've really liked what I've seen. Just being very calm here on this particular drive, starting deep in his own territory as well. So we'll have a catch there for Jody Gentry. He'll pick up the first down for your Memphis Tigers. As now we'll go with a 1st and 10. Here's Joseph Thompson. We'll fake it to the fellow custom real fast, but he's going to try to thought about attacking downfield, but just locked in on that receiver just a little bit too long. And we'll now go with a run instead, trying to run out this clock. Tufington, he's going to take off. He might take this to the crib, and sure enough, he does. Cribs it for yet another touchdown. That's our backup offense. Still taking on, I think USF, they still have their starting guys in. That's the crazy part in all of this. They still have all of their starters in, and we just score with our backup offense. And after that was all that I really needed to see. We end up winning this game really big. Get some revenge for our fallen leader on the offensive side of the ball, who is likely going to be done for the regular season. Again, said this before, could get him for the bowl game, but that's certainly not guaranteed either. In the interim, though, to Tuvington, he has really stepped up. The rest of his team stepped up, and it feels good to finally start another winning streak. So it was a great opportunity to get some of the backups into the game, and Riley Bell must have heard the calls to be benched because he really stepped up today. 16 for 26, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also got Joseph Thompson in there for that final meaningful drive. He was 2 for 3 for 15 yards. Now, this was supposed to be a Justin Brown revenge game, but he was hurt, so Tuvington had to do it for him. He ends up with a huge day today with 13 carries, 163 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. We also had Chris Washington get a few carries, and he found the end zone too. Now, because our quarterback was in a good rhythm today, that really benefited the receivers. Tuvington led the team with 6 catches today for 38 yards, but he was not someone to find the end zone, at least through the air. Louis Duckett was a big beneficiary with 4 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. And of course, Ollie Atkinson, the year 1 hero, only had 1 catch today, 1 touch, but made the most of that touch, finding the end zone for 66 yards. Now, defensively, the defensive unit played a really big role in winning this game as well. They played a great performance today. Matt Scales, our true freshman from Alabama, led the team in tackles today with 6 total tackles, but not too behind him is not a sophomore, but a junior custom by the name of Josh Meadows, who had 5 solos and 3 assisted tackles as well. We also got to the quarterback plenty of times today. We ended up with 4 sacks in this game. Guys like Pat Taylor, Matt Scales, the true freshman, Nate Coleman, a senior, and AJ Kaysen, who also happens to be a senior as well. They all managed to get to this quarterback too. Not to mention that we did happen to have a couple of forced fumbles. AJ Kaysen had a forced fumble, as did Nate Coleman, although we only managed to recover one of them, which was garnered by our true freshman, Chase Gentry. But boys, we get some really good recruiting news, because not only do we manage to sign 1 4-star prospect, but we end up signing 2 4-star prospects here as well, as we'll get Marcus Montgomery from Symphofina, Kentucky to sign on that dotted line. And we also get Lester Burns from Oak Ridge, Tennessee to sign on that dotted line as well. I'm very excited about bringing in both players, a future Lightning and Thunder duo. So this propels us actually with a pretty good recruiting class. We're now with the 37th best recruiting class in college football, so I like where we are. Still want to touch things up a little bit, want to try to solidify this board, make it a little bit more balanced, but in terms of the quality of players that we brought in so far, I really like what I'm seeing. But this is also where we stand in the Big East, as we're roughly halfway through conference play so far. We're 3-1, so we're tied for 2nd place, but these next couple of games are going to matter. We will play the Bearcats in the next couple of episodes. They're undefeated in conference play right now. But what I am really excited about in particular is that we will also be taking on a Temple team in the very next episode. They're 3-1 in conference play. Winning this game will help put us in 2nd place in conference action and maybe set up a Big East Conference Championship game. So this Temple squad, I will save that for the next episode. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed today's content. And if you did, make sure you go ahead, smack that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button as well if you do happen to be brand new to the channel. This is John J. Gaming on the mic, signing off. Hoping you guys are all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.